Hey fifth graders, it's Mrs. Tremblay. For today, you're gonna need to get out your math workbook page packet for Unit 1, and we are going to be on page 19. On Monday, we worked on adding mixed numbers with like denominators, so we're just gonna do a little practice together to make sure we've got it down pat. Before I see you next, we can move on to subtraction. So we're only gonna do the first 9 problems today. I am totally okay with you trying to do these problems first and then press and play to see if you're correct. I am not okay with you never checking to see if you are correct. So please make sure that if you do these on your own, that you do come back to the video and double check to make sure your answers are correct so that I can make sure you're learning. So let's get to it. Number 1, 4 1/9 plus 2 1/9. And in class, we were adding those fractions together by adding the whole numbers first. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And then we were adding our 1/9 and 1/9 together, adding our fractions. So 1/9 and another 9th would be 2/9. When I look at 2 and 9, I see that the only number that would divide into each of those is 1. So this is simplest form, and number 1 is done. All right, number 2, we have 5 3/8 plus 2 2/8. So let's add our whole numbers. 5 plus 2 is 7. And when you have 3/8 plus 2/8, 3 plus 2 is 5. And the denominator never changes. That's how many pieces the whole's cut up into. It doesn't change. So 7 5/8 is our final answer because 5/8 is already in simplest form. Number 3, 1 1/6 plus 3 4/6. Let's add our whole numbers. 1 plus 3 is 4. And if you have 1/6 plus another 4/6, we now have 5/6. And again, there's not a number other than 1 that would divide into 5 and 6. So that's simplest form. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's move on to number 4. I have 4 1/3 plus 6 1/3. When we add our whole numbers, 4 plus 6 is 10, and 1/3 and another third makes 2/3, and 2/3 is simplest form. Number 5, we have 2 1/4 plus 2 3/4. 2 plus 2 is 4, and if you have 1/4 plus 3/4, that gives us 4/4. Now, when I look at 4/4, I notice that, wow, those numbers are the same. 4/4 is actually a whole. So right here, this wouldn't be simplest form. We would want to take this 4/4 and change it into 1. So instead of 4 4/4, we have 4 and we have 1. That means our final answer should be 5. So 4 4/4, that's the correct amount, but it's not simplest form. The best way to say it is 5. Number 6, 3 2/7 plus 2 5/7. Well, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 2/7 plus 5/7 is 7/7. So here it happens again, 7/7. That's actually equal to 1. So I'm going to replace it with that 1, and now I need to put it together with that 5. So the answer to this one is 6. That would be simplest form. All right, number 7, I have 1 3/5 plus 2 4/5. So I'm going to add our whole numbers. 1 plus 2, that is 3. And 3/5 plus 4/5 gives us 7/5. Now before we had 5/5, or something similar, a number over itself, we knew that was 1. Now I have an improper fraction. So we're gonna change this to a mixed number because this would not be simplest form. You can't give me a mixed number with an improper fraction in there. So let's change our 7/5 into the mixed number. I can pull 5/5 out of 7/5. I can pull one group of 5/5. And I would need 2 more to make 7/5. So 7/5 is equal to 1 2/5. So instead of 3 7/5, I have 3 plus another 1 2/5. 3 plus 1 is 4, and then there is our 2/5. So this should be your final answer. That's the simplest form. All right, number 8, 40 6/7 plus 22 5/7. 40 plus 22 is 62. And 6/7 plus 5/7, 6 plus 5 is 11. And I have 11/7. That's improper. That is not okay. Let's switch it up. So I can count up by 7s to 11 one time. So that means there's one group of 7/7 in there. There are 4 left to get to 11/7. So 11/7 is equivalent to 1 4/7. I'm going to replace it with that. Now, to give our final answer, I'm going to put 62 together with 1 4/7. So I have 63 4/7. That should be your final answer. And last one for today, I have 6 8/9 plus 4 7/9. So 6 plus 4, that is 10. And 8 plus 7, that is 15 ninths. Not okay, right? So this 15 ninths, I'm going to change it to a mixed number. And I can pull one group of 9 ninths out from there, and it'll take another 6 to get up to 15. So I have 1 and 6 ninths. So instead of 15 ninths, we have 1 and 6 ninths. 10 plus 1, that's 11. So I could have 11 and 6 ninths. Now this would be okay, but there's actually a better way to say it. I can write the 6 ninths in a simpler form because there is a number that goes into both 6 and 9 without a remainder. Can you guess what it is? It's the magic number, 3. So instead of 11 and 6 ninths, I would prefer you to divide the 6 and the 9 both by 3 because that's the GCF. And now I'd have 11 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So our best way to say this answer would be 11 and 2/3. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll finish subtraction when I see you next. Bye.